Wait, have we talked about?
Yeah, did we even talk about this? Do you know what this is?
I don't know what you're talking about.
When Will Smith went
Joyner?
stupid on his song, his own song on Loiner Juke.
Loiner Juke! Hell yeah.
Loiner Jukas.
That's his new name right there. Loiner. Get you right in the loins.
You feeling like me? I feel like a prince that turned to a king.
Hey.
Found me a queen. Started a family and got me a
Wait, so
team.
what did you want to
On
talk
top of my
about,
dreams.
though?
I just don't remember if we had a conversation about it.
I don't remember
Grady
having a
did.
conversation about this. This is the first time I'm hearing it.
You didn't?
Turn it up.
My
for
new
him.
snap. He reposted this.
Because you showed me the actual song.
This is the Ebra remix. Ben and Jerry. Get jiggy.
Right here.
iTunes and the fans had to get CD still. 60 million records sold, I was on fire. I ain't even need a grill. Did it all with no cuss words.
Yep.
I ain't had to curse just to keep it real. Me and Jazz in the late 80s.
Yeah,
Writing
yeah.
rhymes, making tapes daily. Fresh Prince make the babes crazy. Rest in peace to James Avery. Even when the streets call me
R.I.P.
corny, I
Uncle
still
Phil.
ain't never let the hate break me. I just wanted to respect first. I still ain't never letting fame change me. New me, but I'm old school. Big Willie.
Dang, this is the first time you're hearing this?
Yeah.
I'm honored to be in your presence.
Wow. You really didn't hear any, like, Manu posted like almost like the whole song on Snap.
I don't remember seeing it. On the trap chat?
No, on the story.
Oh, I don't think I saw it.
Oh, yeah, he went stupid on it. He's tight. But maybe, I could be being biased because I just like Will. I think he's the best actor.
Hell
Hands
yeah.
down,
I think
he
he's
is
the
too.
greatest actor.
I think he is too.
Who's better?
Exactly. No one.
Who is it?
Uh-oh. Ethan looks like he has some.
Who is it?
Oh, come on, Lem.
He's especially he's the greatest rapper turned actor. Has to be. He has to be. No, you good.
Who?
Well, now we can. He's the best rapper turned actor, and I really think he's the greatest actor.
Don't say Luda. Because it's not Luda.
Oh, no.
It's not Luda.
We're not talking.
You watched John Henry, didn't you? And you loved it.
John Henry. I saw a picture of that, and I was like, what?
Wait, was that the movie you're talking about?
Yeah.
Last week?
John Henry.
John Henry.
But a modern day?
I have no idea. All I saw was he got this gold piece right here for.
Yep, that's the one.
I was
Don't
like,
watch it.
I didn't even watch it.
Don't watch it.
I just looked at it. That's all.
Hey, we're back. We're back.
Episode 4.
Welcome back to the
Fo-
Garden
fo-
Boys podcast, episode 4. Here we are.
Here we are.
How we feeling? Drop them.
Feeling good.
Killer.
Drop them.
Your boy Pate.
Killer.
Yo, Seth.
The Garden.
So if you do know who you think the greatest actor is, go ahead and leave a few comments down below. I'd like to read them. Don't say Denzel.
Don't see.
Don't come on here saying Denzel.
Will Smith is the best actor.
The best.
Pursuit of
I agree.
Happiness.
Who's the best?
Number 1.
Lem has something.
The best or
looks
my
like-
favorite?
The best.
The best.
Who do you think the best is? So your favorite
It just
is
so
the
happens
best?
that my favorite is the best because I only like the best.
The best. He
The best
only
of
likes
everything. That's all I like.
the best of the best of the best.
I don't know who the best actor is. My favorite is Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal's
What
up there.
Watch his movies.
Watch his movies, dog. Jake
I'm just
Gyllenhaal.
learning
about it.
Dog.
I'm just-
watch his
Yo,
movies.
I
I'm
was-
saying,
dog.
He looked like he got offended.
Don't-
I'm like,
Watch his movies, dog.
Don't judge him off of Bubble Boy. Don't judge him off of Bubble Boy. Boy's got hits.
oh, shoot.
All right? And don't judge him off of Brokeback Mountain. Those are the two.
Yeah, see? I don't like him already. I don't like him already.
You didn't even know who that was.
There's only a few with Will, too, though. There's only a few. Like, After Earth is not a great. From what I've seen every Will Smith movie. That's the only movie I haven't seen.
After Earth
so I
wasn't
heard
all
it's
that
not
good.
that great.
Yeah, it's not.
What is that?
No, it's After Earth. Those.
Well, like obviously it's After Earth.
It's like a
But what is it about?
Post-apocalyptic type movie. Yeah.
Oh, really? It's in the future?
Yeah.
Wait, so you haven't seen it?
No.
Wait.
That's the only movie that I've heard from people that it was just a crappy movie.
Oh, okay.
You can't think of another movie.
How about I Am Legend? Did you? I didn't like I Am
You didn't
Legend
like
as
I Am
much
Legend?
as his other movies.
Okay.
Hitch is kind of overrated.
What?
What?
You really think so? Hitch is hilarious.
Oh my gosh, you're overrated.
Hitch isn't overrated.
You're overrated.
It's not a bad movie. It's just like I don't think it's as kind of like how you are with I Am Legend. It's not as
Yeah.
cooked up as I think.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, I'll go with
People
that
say
one,
it
I guess.
is.
I guess so.
I loved Hitch.
You can't think of another bad movie.
What was the one? He was a superhero.
Silence.
Hancock?
John Hancock.
Hancock.
That wasn't horrible.
Come on.
It was funny
It's at the lower end of his list, but it was still a good movie.
when he threw the kid in the air.
And my
Best part.
I'm trying here.
Hey. Just bring it on.
Hancock's a great movie. I don't care.
But what's your favorite movie of all time from Will?
From him?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be Bad Boys 2.
Mine's Hancock.
Mine's Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of
That is-
Nappiness, you said?
Happiness. Yeah, happiness. I'm sorry.
Don't look at
Naps?
him like that.
Why'd you look at him like that?
Pursuit of
Oh.
I'm just making a joke, man.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness is a great one. That's a tear jerker.
Yeah.
There we go again.
It's his movie. That's the
Nappiness.
movie. It has to be
No,
Bad
I
Boys
love
2. That has to be
Bad
the
Boys
best movie.
2?
Yeah.
What did you think about
gotta
Bad Boys 3?
be. Not as good as 2?
Yeah.
A lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was
That's
pretty
true.
good.
Because a lot of comebacks aren't like all that, huh?
Yeah.
But they did a good job.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
good.
the second one wasn't even supposed to be as good as the first one, but then when we watched the second one,
It's reviewed really
I
bad,
think
actually.
It
the
is.
second one is?
I've seen that on.
But it's like one of my favorite movies ever. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
It's reviewed bad.
was it
Wow.
Rotten Tomatoes? I saw that.
Yeah, I know on there it's not reviewed very
What's
good.
bad about it?
I didn't read into it because
Just the boys. I'm sorry.
Because we're not going to validate
they're
their
all wrong.
opinions.
Yes.
I'm with that.
The boys are bad.
The boys are bad.
He said, "What's bad about it? Just the boys."
Just the boys.
Just the boys.
Oh, shoots. Well, what do we have?
Welcome back. Sorry, we already said that.
Yeah.
Just excited to be here. It was week 4. We did it. We're continuing to climb. Aren't you excited about it? Aren't you happy?
Hell yeah. Good to be back in the garden after a long week.
Go.
Very long week.
And we appreciate all the love we've been getting.
Appreciate it.
Subscribers, likes, comments, even the interaction we've been having with people. We appreciate it. Even our followers on IG. Twitter, not so much. We could use some love in the Twitter, in the Twitter app.
the Twitterverse.
Twitterverse. Is that what they call it?
There you go.
What's Instagram's
I just learned
verse?
something new.
Instagram verse?
Instaverse.
Instaverse?
I think it's Insta. Yeah, probably something like that.
Wait, is that a real thing though?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Are those like
Twitterverse.
hashtags?
Twitterverse, Instaverse, Uverse,
Universe.
The universe.
Universe. I was thinking YouTube. Sorry, I don't know.
Uverse.
Hell, hey, what do we got today?
What are
What are we
have?
speaking on?
Oh,
I'm looking at you.
Oh, I'm looking at you. Looking at me.
So we had conversations previous to tonight, especially it was last week, around this time last week. Great conversation. Now we want to bring it to the people. We think the people will benefit from this conversation. That's why we're talking about it right now, right?
Let's hear it.
Okay. Equal opportunity. Do we have equal opportunity? Is there equal opportunity? Is it unequal? Love it, guys. Love
He
it.
said,
Love it.
I have so much to say.
this
I
is
can't even-
wait. So
much
are you asking if we all have equal opportunity, or was that a question?
Have you heard people talk about equal opportunity?
Yeah, I've heard people.
Do you
talk
think
about
that's a real thing? Do you think that's a myth? Do you think you have the same opportunity as everyone you've come in contact with?
No,
Right?
no, because the doors that were open to them aren't the same doors that were open to me.
Speak on it.
Speak on it. Expound, if
Just
you will.
because, like how you said before, like we all come from different walks of life, right? So the path that I walked isn't the same path that Cam walked or you walked, right?
It was
Right.
paved.
So it's
That's true. Our sidewalks are paved a little differently.
You know,
But
if you know where he's from.
that's the opportunity. The opportunities that were given to me growing up are not the same. So I don't feel like they were equal. Kind of like what we had watched earlier. You know,
I think it's even further distant with. I mean, obviously, I'm not from another country, but you being from another country, the opportunity is far more distant than either me or Cam that were raised in the States. Or is that true? Is that false?
I feel like it's in its own way. I feel like, man, honestly, I feel like it's just different. Because, like, what do you mean by opportunities?
think
Like,
you still
educational wise, like
anything, because you come from another country.
Like
and we're talking about
you getting jobs,
equal
education.
Oh yeah, so that
Well,
way,
you started
yes,
off in
opportunities out here for like jobs is more, right? Because the islands are so small. But education wise, I feel like because I've been in the American education system, right? And when I went out to Fiji, I feel like it was better out there, even though it's a third world country.
it was
like
better,
the
like the
education was better?
experience.
Yeah,
Like teachers cared more, or
teachers,
like
yeah, they care
just
more.
they put in more work
Put in
to
more
like
effort to
you know
get you
help
to-
you get to
Yeah.
places where you want to be.
Yeah, you really got to know your stuff if you want to move on.
Wow. So you would say, or you think that it was better, or you know it was better. You had a better experience out there
Yeah.
than
And I feel like students in general just have way more respect for the
teachers like
teachers.
that.
I would
Yeah.
agree with that one. I mean, I'm not
I can
from
see
there,
that.
but I could.
Yeah. Like the stuff that I
can
see
only
on
imagine.
YouTube or
I'll
like
pick up what you're
things,
picking down.
that would never happen in Fiji.
With what would never happen?
Just like things that I see that I've seen on YouTube, like how students just go off on teachers, the things that they say, just the threats that are made. Like that's
right.
that's.
I think the respect level is a lot different depending on where you live too.
Yeah.
Even in the States, in different neighborhoods or in different
True.
parts of the state,
Yeah.
I think the level of respect that you give to people older or teachers or parents or whoever it may be, right? The only reason I was bringing up opportunities or equal opportunities is because of the like the experiment that we all watched, right? I think we talked about it, maybe just touched on it a couple weeks ago. But the experiment was a man is holding, and if anyone is wondering where this experiment, go on YouTube, look up, is it just equal opportunity?
I don't
think
even. I don't
Just
even.
type in equal opportunity experiment. It's a guy holding up $100 bill, right? So he's holding up $100 bill. He has a group of kids, a grip of them, and there's Mexican kids, black kids, white kids,
All different backgrounds.
Yeah, maybe there's a Samoan, Fijian, Tongan. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
There was a lot.
Not sure. We would have won. And then he's holding $100 bill, and what he's saying is he starts listing off a bunch of things that are out, I think it's very important to say that are out of our control, right? So a lot of them were take 2 steps forward if both of your parents are still together. Take 2 steps forward if you have access to a private
Tutor?
tutor, to a
Yeah.
private education. Take 2 steps forward if you've never had to help your parents with the bills. Take 2 steps forward if you've never had to worry about where your next meal is coming from. So obviously, just to keep it 100, more of the white kids or kids that were not white but had obviously just better backgrounds were set up or privileged or put in a better situation.
Yeah.
They were taking all these steps forward, right? Then they zoomed out and saw where, like, how many kids were still at the back line, like only
Yeah,
took
that didn't
2
even take
steps,
a-
or
yeah.
didn't take any steps. Yeah,
There was a lot that didn't take any.
right. And then the most important thing that you could take from that experiment is that you taking all these steps forward, you did nothing to put yourself in that situation. You were born into the situation. Even for the people who didn't move, they did nothing bad to put themselves in that situation. Right? But you were just born into it. I think that's a perfect representation of how life really is. The one thing that I hear too much, that I've said, that I hear close friends of mine say, is that that goal, that $100 bill, that milestone that they want to reach is not obtainable because of where they're from, because of the color of their skin.
People use that as an excuse or a crutch.
I think you got to throw that out. I think it's no longer a thing anymore.
Yeah.
In 2020, I don't think that's. And again, this is me. I'm half Samoan, half white. My father put us in a very great situation. So you're taking this information from someone who, not in a negative light. We use that word in a negative light, privileged.
Yeah.
Right. We think of it as, oh, it's just rich white people who are privileged. Right. I would even say that I'm privileged. Right. We were born into a shitty situation, and my parents did a great job taking us out of that situation and putting us somewhere. I'm 10 years old. I have no control over that. I can't be mad at that. Yeah, you can't be mad at me about that.
Yeah.
But now it's just what I do with it. Right? So I think that whole narrative of us being from, again, I'm not from the islands. I don't want to sound disrespectful to anybody. I think living in 2020, living in Utah, Cali, in the States, no matter where you're from, what color you are, what your last name is, that narrative needs to be thrown out the window.
Yeah.
There's so much opportunities here. I don't think, now with that being said, I don't think it's equal. I think there are people in certain industries, gatekeepers, if you want to call them. I do think that those people are still out there and do look down on people of color or people from certain neighborhoods. But I just think the opportunities are way too wide open. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no. I think, definitely. Like now living in 2020, there's way more opportunities, and there's a ton of things that, like you said, should be thrown out. Right. Because even though you don't have, like, say, like the best like chance for it, but there's still a chance, though. You know what I mean?
There's still a chance.
Like you can still
the opportunities
you can still make it happen.
Right? You can.
It's not only like the door's closed. Like it's open still.
But
Like,
with
it depends
the
on
internet,
what you want to do with or how you get there.
Exactly.
You know, it's your drive for it, your passion for it.
Yeah. But with the internet and with social media, like, I know it's cliche to say, but anything really is possible.
Oh yeah.
Like
definitely.
you really can do anything you want and make money from doing it.
Yep.
I don't think it's equal, but I do think the opportunities are there for people like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That mindset I think that mindset too just kind of slows you down. You know, if anything, it's
like an easy way out. You know what I mean?
It's just like another
when
excuse.
things get tough, like
an
you can
excuse.
just be like,
an excuse.
Well, you know, easy for you
not
to
to
say
compete.
you had this, you had that.
Yeah.
It's easier to say that. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I think it's been passed down from generation. You know what I mean? To just really say that. So I think it's a mindset that people kind of, you know, they've instilled in their kids, like, oh,
They've
we didn't
adopted,
have,
yeah. They
like
just
so,
grew up that
yeah,
way.
and it's just like, oh, that's been their mindset because that's how they were raised, and
Right.
you know, that's all they've been taught to be raised, you know, or like how to think and stuff like that.
There's no more time for that.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, I've used that excuse. I'm sure we all know people have, or we all have used that excuse in some form or another. I think that's the biggest thing I want. I don't want to hear that anymore. There is opportunity. You can do that. If we can find the money to get this and to get this up and running, like come on, dude, you can do this. Right? So just find something you're passionate about and the opportunity is there. Right?
True.
Yeah.
Living in 2020,
Anything's possible.
anything
Literally.
is possible. KG, the big ticket. All right, do you agree, Lem?
Yeah, you guys pretty much said everything I was gonna say.
Sorry.
Yeah, thanks. No, but I don't know. Yeah, like nowadays, it's like a perfect opportunity to like be the change. You know, don't keep it going generation to generation, putting yourself in a bad situation. You know, now's the perfect time to be the change, make a change for your future family and for yourself right now. Stop making excuses.
Stop making excuses. And it ain't easy.
Yeah, it's not.
Again,
it's
we
definitely
talk about these things. Us imperfect people talk about these things, and it may sound like we're just breezing over them, like they're very easy. This is hard stuff that we're asking people to do, asking ourselves to do. Like me and my wife, we've talked about this stuff all the time, and we finally got ourselves to a point, like financially. I know we relate everything to money and financially, but we finally got to our point where we're like, oh yes, we are where we are at. and then we make a stupid decision and
Yes.
puts us
Back to
back.
square one, yeah.
Right. And we can easily, I'm sure I've given up mentally a few times. I'm sure she has too, but I mean, I think it helps we have kids, so we have that motivation standing in front of us every day.
Yeah.
But with the opportunities, something that I've been seeing on social media a lot, people posting about, especially Polynesians. Obviously, we see more of the Polynesian posts, us being poly. But a lot of people are talking about how I don't even know if we had that on recording about like how we are all first generation. Is that true? We're all first generation stateside
Yeah.
kids, right? From our families, meaning wherever my grandparents, they were both born in Samoa. My father was born in Samoa but moved to Laie. He was like 5 or 6, I think. So I'm the first one that was born
Yeah.
in California, raised in California. Yeah, right? And we all are, right?
Yeah, we all are.
So do you feel like you have a certain responsibility to reach those opportunities or no?
Yeah, I feel. Yeah. I've always felt like that. Like, and I think at a young age, it was always, you always heard the stories like we came to America so you could have a better opportunity to, to do something better than what we did before, So I think all first generation, that's like the mindset everybody had. You ask them, why did you come here? Most of the times, I would say like 90% of the other people would say, I came here so my kids could have a better opportunity. So yeah, I definitely feel like us coming here and the decision that was made to come here and be raised over here in the U.S. Yeah, I think every first generation, like, wouldn't you say, like, we need to, like, we owe that to them?
Yeah.
For like making that sacrifice to come here.
On my phone. Yeah, there's a quote that Tati posted. Someone tweeted it, saying like our ancestors were the generation of their making the sacrifices. Yeah, we are the generation of turning those sacrifices and making it worth it for them.
Yeah,
true.
Right, and that kind of spoke to me like, damn, yeah.
Oh yeah,
if my ancestors saw me, they'd be like, hey, "What are you doing? Get off your ass and do something. Go to school.
Yeah, that's a thought that I have a lot because you think about it, like literally, our ancestors had the courage to cross the ocean, but to have the courage to cross the ocean, you got to lose sight of the shore, right? And we're here now, and we're afraid to chase our dreams. We're afraid to lose sight of the shore.
We got everything handed to us right now.
Yeah, and it's not even an actual ocean. Like, we really need to make sure that the sacrifices that were made before us aren't,
going to waste.
Right. No, I agree. Do you think they're happy with what you're doing with your life?
I think they're happier now than they were a few years ago.
Like,
why do you think that is?
I think just because I'm happier with myself. The decisions that I've made in the past weren't the best. Yeah. But I feel like if they know that I'm happy with myself, then
that's yeah. I feel like that.
That's good. I wasn't expecting that answer.
But then again, I could understand. I think I know what you're thinking. Like, they're like, "Oh, what are you doing? Like, we brought you here, and this is what you do with the opportunity that we gave you." Yeah. But like Pata just said, because you didn't even think about it like that. I think the main thing is as long as you're happy, and I would say they're happy for you as well.
There's gotta be some of them though.
But there's always gonna be one. You already know there's always gonna be that
hater.
We're like
in the family.
My uncle's still hating out there.
He's uncultured. Look at him.
Right. No. Right.
Eating with a plate.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Force? Are you kidding me?
Look at him not eating grass.
Eating with your hands. No, I think there are like. Again, I don't know. We're speaking like hypotheticals, but
yeah, there's
gotta be. I don't think about this often. Maybe I should. Maybe it'll motivate me to continue to do more with my life. But after I've seen all that, a bunch of people posting on social media, people saying like, or me thinking like, man, there's got to be people from my family that are alive maybe or have passed on that are thinking like, man, I did all of this just for you to go and work at where you're working at and make that much money, and you didn't even finish school, and you know what I mean? And I think watching the Village Made podcast with Sifa said, and I'm glad he said it, so I didn't have to start out with it. But he said he doesn't care.
Keep going, but
did you watch that one?
no. But I 100% agree with him.
He said, I don't care. He says, I think that they are upset. He full on was like, oh, I think they're not happy with where I'm at because I don't make this much money. I don't have this piece of paper. I don't work here because that's what they wanted, right?
Yeah.
Their knowledge, right? Our ancestors, when they crossed the oceans or came from wherever they came from, their knowledge of U.S. or their knowledge of what opportunity is in front of us was like straight A student, degrees, money, right? Wanting so much more than what they had in the islands. And for me to be in this apartment and I feel like, damn, I'm not where
They want you to be.
where they maybe want me to be, right? True. But I've never thought of it as, until I heard Sifa and now you, a friend of mine, saying like you're happier now with the decisions you're making. You may not be where they want you to be or where you want yourself to be, but you're happy with your decisions.
Yeah.
Right? What were you saying? Sorry.
No, I haven't seen that episode, but I pretty much agree with him. I think like for me personally, like when I first moved out here, I had so much pressure on myself to live up to certain standards, like that. Not even my parents set for me, but just the pressure, like you guys were saying, from our ancestors and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But like honestly,
or that you put on yourself.
Yeah, put on yourself. Like honestly, like if you're not in my immediate family or if you're not close to me, like I really don't care what you think.
Yeah.
Like I'm living for myself right now, and I'm probably the happiest I've been in like years.
Do you think they're happy with where you're at?
No, probably not.
But you don't care.
I could give a damn. No.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
Yeah, me either. That starts now. I don't care.
That's just me. Like, especially with these last few years, like things I've experienced and stuff. It's like it's just important to live for yourself.
Yeah,
true.
You know, family is great, but if you're not happy with yourself, why are you living? Really?
I think that's a big thing.
That's true.
In our culture, though, the poly culture.
Yes.
Living up to the expectations.
That's why I never even thought of that until I saw those posts.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I've never thought of that.
Like, so I think that's a big, like, because it's kind of in our culture, right? Like, live up to your parents' expectations, you know, what they wanted. Yeah. And, I mean, I know a lot of people, I'm pretty sure we all know a lot of people that have those parents, like, if they didn't do that, you're looked down upon. Like, oh, like, you're disobedient, you're not a good son, or you're not a good daughter. Yeah. I mean, I've seen, and I've heard multiple stories of poly people, like, that's how, the mindset. Yeah. I mean, it's strict, but... Oh, yeah, like super strict, but I think at the end of the day, like, that's how they're raised, you know what I mean? That's their mindset. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's not how we, being in here, like, being in America, like, that's not how, it's different. Like, you wouldn't know unless you were raised here.
Right. So I think even though you agree with me or not, I think even if you do have the mindset of you don't care how they feel, if they're happy or not with where you're at now, I think there is still a certain responsibility that we have, us being first generation. What's the right terminology for it?
It's first generation.
First gen.
First gen stateside. First gen state born.
Stateside,
right? I still think we have a certain responsibility to like start off the race right. Mm-hmm. You know, does that make sense?
I mean, because if you think about it, going back to the video that we watched, it's kind of like if we did it with our grandparents, right? Our ancestors. If we did that, if like, take two steps forward. True. Now you think about it, we're the ones ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're in the back. So
we
like,
have a damn.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So like when you put it like that, now it's just like
if you're changing the questions up a little bit,
you know what I mean?
Where were you born? Were you born in the islands or were you born in California?
Exactly.
Take 2 steps forward.
Yeah.
Your parents still together? Yes, 2 steps forward.
Yep.
Wow. Did you go to high school? Did you have a high school education? Take 2 steps. Yeah, that's true.
So think
We've
of it
been
like
handed
that.
so much already.
We already are.
Yeah. We have so much more than they had.
Way far ahead.
Right.
If you think about it.
Right. But I'm glad you said that though, because I don't think my ancestors or my grandparents or even my parents thought I'd be doing a podcast. But here I am, and I'm happy doing it. Like I love doing this, and now I feel so much better since we've started this. Mm-hmm. Right?
Oh yeah.
And I don't think they could be mad at that. Yeah. Like you were saying. I don't think anyone could be mad at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what you wanted to do,
Right.
and you had this idea, this vision, long time ago, and it's been weighing heavy on you, and now you've actually done it. So,
Right.
that's for you,
Yeah. That's dope.
I've always looked at it as like our ancestors kind of had an end goal for us, right? Like the $100 bill was the end goal,
Right.
Right. And we're all put in this maze called life, and the decisions we make, right, here, kind of determines the route that we take in the maze. And sometimes the decisions we make aren't the best, so kind of we're going the longer way. And I feel like our ancestors see that, but as long as we keep the end goal in mind and work towards it every day, I feel like they'd be happy. That's like for me.
I agree. And I think that outlook's interesting with you being born stateside, but living a majority of your life in Fiji. Do you think, have you talked to people from Fiji now that you've started the podcast? Like, do you hear people ever say, like, why haven't you graduated? Or does that not even exist?
Like,
No.
Because again, me being half white, being from California, I think, like, family being from the islands, like, if you didn't get a degree or if you're not making millions, you're not being successful. But we're in 2020, so that could be totally different.
Yeah.
That might have been the narrative in the 80s, 70s, 60s. Maybe, I don't know.
I think you're right. That was how it was back then, but I feel like nowadays, especially with our has, for as long as I can remember, has always had ties to America. So we celebrated, American holidays, Independence Day, Thanksgiving, Halloween even.
is that a big thing over there?
Halloween?
Like in Fiji?
Was it Halloween?
Yeah, is that a big thing?
Honestly, like when I was in primary school growing up, it wasn't. But as I got older, like my last
You
few
think they
years of high
adopted it
school,
more?
Yeah, like the clubs in
Yeah.
Fiji would have like
Themes and
Halloween
stuff like
themes.
that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Restaurants would have themes. But yeah, nowadays I feel like it's been adapted more.
Yeah, because I feel like other countries, especially like holidays, like when I hear like my cousins from New Zealand, and are like, oh, they're like, would say like happy, and then the holiday, and I was just like, oh, you guys celebrate that? They're like, oh, yo, just because you guys live in America.
I think
that's I just really didn't know. But if you,
Yeah,
I think that's common though.
no, yeah,
Right? I think like, especially like going back to like equal opportunities and your passion and doing what you want to do. I think that's why I asked you, because I think us being from, or I guess I should just say me being from the States, you think, again, no disrespect, but you think that other countries are so far behind the U.S.
yeah.
Right? But with internet and social media, they're not as far as like I think. You know what I'm saying? So like, you still in Fiji. We're just using Fiji as an example. The opportunities may be not as vast as the U.S., but at least you're caught up on a lot of what you can do. Does that make sense? Like you're watching the Gary V's, and you're watching even in Fiji, you're watching people who are teaching and who are preaching about making your own money and entrepreneurship and not having to go to school, and you know what I mean? I think that's why I asked you, because I'm thinking like, oh yeah, they have no idea about you can
But the
do
thing is, I
podcasts
feel
and
like
like, you
that's-
know what I mean? Like super ignorant. of me.
countries. Any third world country nowadays, I feel like, has access to that now because
Yeah,
of
I agree.
social media, right?
I agree, but I just often forget that.
Yeah. Because I used to get offended when. So there was this time somebody asked me.
Sorry, I don't want to offend you.
No. This is back a while ago. But somebody asked me like, "Oh, where are you from?" I said, "Oh, I'm from Fiji," and then we were talking a little bit, and then they were surprised to hear that we have cars over there, and I was like, "What?" I mean. Like I did take offense, but I mean,
think anybody
if you
would
don't
take
know,
offense
you
to
don't know.
that.
Like if you don't know, you
Like
don't know.
cars.
So looking back at it, like, okay, it's whatever. He or she never been to Fiji, so
Hey,
they
but
wouldn't
that's
know.
You've forgiven them?
I have. I forgive you, whoever you are. I forgot
Whoever
your
you
name.
are.
So
Someone I
good,
used to work with.
But it's funny though that you say that, because I think I've met people that like, they're like, oh, you're from Hawaii, and I was like, oh yeah. They're like, oh, like so like grass huts. So like, when I first moved here and somebody's like grass huts, I was like, what the?
Those were the people at the
But
front,
like,
huh?
those, yeah,
Those are the people looking back at you.
they were the
Oh
people in
my
the
gosh.
front. But like, it was a real like. I got asked that question a lot. Like, oh, so like they would ask me, so how is it living there? I was like, that's part of the U.S., right? We're the 50th state. Like we're still in the same country, but like there's still a lot of people that like, oh, like, do you go like spearfishing? I said spearfishing.
Yes, actually, that's the only way I
There's no
ate.
spear
My father
you.
said if I don't catch my fish, I don't eat that night.
No, but that's why I thought it was funny. But yeah, as far as like if you have any cars, it wasn't as bad.
Ignorance is something, isn't it?
It's crazy, but like one of these girls, her mom asked her like, "Oh, where is he from?" Like, "Oh, he was born in Hawaii." And then the mom was like, "Oh, so he's not American?"
Oh, see, I've met a handful of people that
and then she was like, "Mom,
they're like, oh.
Hawaii's the 50th state."
My ancestors are angry at you.
Crazy.
That is crazy. Wow. Well, that's how we feel about our ancestors.
Yeah.
there you
Sorry,
have
that
it.
took
There you
way
have it.
longer. I didn't think we'd. That's dope, though.
Yeah. I mean, I still have a lot of respect for our ancestors.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I was saying. I think we do still need to carry a certain responsibility, right? Like, you don't need to think about it every day, but I think we do need to have a certain responsibility of knowing that, hey, I'm first generation stateside. I got to carry myself a certain way. I got to push this forward so that my kids know that there is opportunities for them to do whatever they want, right? And I think doing a podcast is like the perfect, perfect, I don't know how to explain it, like the perfect thing to do to show my kids that like, yo, you can make money doing whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're not making money, so if you guys can help us out with that, again, for last week. But eventually, like, I'm in for the long haul. Like, I want to do this. I'm not like...
There you go.
Sorry.
Hey,
Thank you so
let
much.
them know.
Right? Like, I want to do this because I love doing this, and I love kicking it with y'all. I love the talks that we have, right? That's why we started it together.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm not going to be like other people and lie. Like, I am trying to make money off of this thing.
Yeah.
Right? I am trying to use this to provide for my kids.
Yeah.
Right? And if I at the beginning of this, I only thought of it as on a monetized level, right? I'm doing this so I can get money, but I love doing it so I don't feel like I'm working.
Yeah.
But now I can think of it with all the positive influences that I've been, following and interacting with on social media, especially other Polynesians who are doing what we're doing or being creative. Now my mindset, I'm adding more to my outlook on this podcast. I'm adding, the things that I'm adding is not only will I hopefully make money for my children, but I'll also show them, being a first gen stateside Polynesian, that you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
You
okay
don't
to break
have to
away
go-
from
Yeah.
the norm.
The
break
norm.
away from that mindset of
Right.
you got to do this and that and this. Yeah.
And
even
even though we
if
didn't
you
have-
fail, right? Even
Right.
if we
Yo,
fail.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and even though we started at the back of the line, we may have to work harder, right? That's what I've explained to people, especially working with where we work. I've explained to kids and explained to people that you're right. You were born in a shitty situation. Your parents didn't treat you right? You didn't have money. You couldn't eat when you were growing up. You just think of the worst situation. That's all true. But now in 2020, that still may be an excuse, but you can't use that anymore.
Yeah. You can't because there's a way out.
Again,
You can
that's
still do
someone who has never lived that deep into that lifestyle, right? But so you can call me ignorant and call me whatever you want, but when I talk to my cousins who were born in that lifestyle and were raised for the majority of their life in that, we can't use that anymore, right? We got to break free from that. Like, the opportunities aren't equal, but the opportunities are on the table, so go and grab them.
Yeah. You got to remember
You
that
gotta
you're
work
bigger
harder.
than the challenges you
Exactly.
faced in the past.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like the kids at the back of that line at the end.
Yeah.
They're going to have to run faster. They're going to have to run longer, farther, work harder, but you can still get there. And I think now hitting 2020, we're seeing that more, right? Obviously,
I
centering
agree.
it on Polynesian people,
Yeah.
we're seeing polys like
Making
excel
moves.
in many different avenues, right? Not
Yeah.
just sports,
Yeah.
right? We're seeing that more, and I think that's what gave me the courage to step out into onto the podcast world.
Yeah.
And me just adding to that, hopefully my kids will we'll look at that and say, I mean, again, they can go to school if they want.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell them they can't go to school. Just depends on what you want to do, right? So,
I agree.
I agree. You agree? You agree? We agree? You agree? Hell yeah.
Agreed.
Appreciate you guys.
Agreed.
I love you, Grandma. Hell yeah. Oh, okay. So, that's all we had on the docket today, right?
The dog.
Yes, sir.
Right. Again, ending on a lighter note. We want to start doing this, whether it's at the beginning or at the end. Doesn't really matter to us. We just want to add different segments to our podcast. You know, continue to make ourselves a little different from the rest, right? So, I come today with a different question from last. What was 2 weeks ago was boneless and traditional.
Yep.
All right. This week last week was struggle foods. This week, a little different, but still on food. Damn it. Why? I just realized all of them have been on food. I'm so sorry.
Next time somebody come up with this.
Somebody come up with something different. Best fast food.
Best fast food.
Anybody got it one first? I was gonna say I don't want to put you on the spot.
No, you can skip me.
Oh. Come back to you.
No, yeah, sorry, yeah, come not skip me.
Best fast food. Fast food restaurant or your favorite fast food meal? Like, what do you think? Not your favorite. What you think is the best? We need to start coming to the table with like some more arguments, stronger arguments. No more of this. Oh, this is my favorite, but no. I want to hear what you think the best is.
I have to think about
Who's
it.
the LeBron?
Where?
Sorry,
LeBron.
Sorry.
Best fast food.
Best fast food.
I got mine.
Who is it?
Let's hear it.
What is it? Who is it?
It's for me,
What
and
is
it's
it?
something that we went for the first time. My first time, it was JCW's.
What?
Yeah, that burger,
What?
Hawaiian
I
burger,
can't be mad at
my-
that. I can't be mad.
Hawaiian burger.
JCW's bomb.
Hawaiian burger
That-
with a
that-
large shake.
That ham was school lunches, bro. That wasn't even good.
Who orders ham from fast food?
No, but that's
Ham.
part of the pineapple burger.
Pineapple.
Did you even
I've
look
never
at
had
it?
No, I've never eaten the
Or
pineapple.
your Hawaiian burger.
The Hawaiian burger.
Did you look at it next time?
I like it.
You open it up and it looks like what I got in
That's your
middle
issue.
school.
Don't look at it. Just eat it.
No, but I can taste it though.
You don't like ham?
No, I mean
Not their ham.
Not in No,
What
not
ham?
their ham.
Whose ham? What ham? Not whose ham.
I'm just
but
saying
like whose
because
ham.
that was this is my second time. The first time was in high school, but when you were like, oh, JCW.
Hold on.
JCW
You've
is-
lived in Utah for how long? You've only had JCW twice?
High school. It's not even a big. There's only like 3 locations.
So what?
Still, you know what I mean. I'm gonna stick to what I know.
Yo, JCW.
Okay, so what do you know?
bomb. Being from
What's your
California.
favorite?
No, but favorite though, I don't know.
Favorite? That's your favorite. Do you think that's the best?
You're
Right
saying
now?
That's the best.
No.
Right
fast
now,
food.
yes. Right now. For
Just
me.
because of that one burger.
Yes.
What? You didn't think the pineapple was old?
Their service is like it's up there with Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Not it's I mean Chick-fil-A obviously on a whole different
I
level.
wouldn't
You
say
guys need to
that.
watch. Have you seen, speaking of Chick-fil-A, have you RDC World? Supreme Dreams?
RDC World 1.
RDC World 1. RDC World 1, go look at them. They have a video of if Chick-fil-A delivered or if Chick-fil-A
If Chick-fil-A had delivery.
had delivery.
Is it like a skit?
Yes.
They have.
I think I've
they
seen
probably
it.
have the funniest skits on the internet.
Comedy.
Right
Is
now.
that the one where he runs after? Like you forgot something and the car like already went home.
No, it's at home.
Oh, okay.
They bring it to their door. They bring it to their
I've
door.
seen a couple
It's
skits for
hella
Chick-fil-A,
funny.
but it's funny because I was like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a guy that he forgot or they had like something extra and he drove off already. And like it's in the daytime and then he goes running. So the video like shows him like, oh sir, you forgot your and he goes running and then all of a sudden like it's dark, it's nighttime, and he makes it to like the house of like the one that owned it.
Yeah.
And he's just like out of breath and he's like, sir, you forgot your and he's like, oh thank you.
No,
but
thank you
like
so
I was
much.
laughing because I was like, oh that's
It's
a
just
perfect
like
skit.
that. It's
'Cause I was
just
oh,
like that.
Yeah. Because Chick-fil-A
It's hella
service
funny.
is
But JCW
A1.
service is
Yeah.
they're
Mine's
pristine.
JCW.
They're standing out
What's
there in the
yours?
heat, just like In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A.
true. They have to though. You got to compete.
Yeah, good job.
So what's yours?
Mine?
Yeah.
The best fast food
Yep.
on this planet. It's McDonald's.
That's what I
It's the Golden Arches, dog.
No.
It's the Golden Arches.
Dang.
Okay, what exactly from
When have
McDonald's?
they ever wronged you?
So many times.
So many.
No,
times.
no.
They mess up my order.
You got
every
five.
time.
You got $5 left. You hungry? Where you going? You going to McDonald's? You going dollar menu? That's always the first thing that
Yeah.
comes to your mind.
Okay.
If you don't got Simon, like,
I mean, I might go to Arby's and get a slider.
Oh wow.
oh my gosh,
You're gonna have to slide
oh
on this
my
podcast
gosh,
for
help
saying
him, please help
You
him,
said Arby's?
please help him.
When have you ever?
We have things much better than Arby's here. Across the street, on Cougar Boulevard now.
Freedom or Cougar?
Okay,
Is it Cougar?
It's
I think it's Cougar Way.
oh my
way.
gosh.
Yeah.
I'm not falling that way.
That
Yeah.
is weird.
That way.
The Golden Arches.
Cougar way.
They have
wow.
been there your entire life. They've always been there for you. McDoubles, you cannot go wrong. You order a couple McDoubles, no pickles. You want to keep the onions? That's cool. No pickles. Add mac sauce. Right?
Yep.
Sometimes it's a mouthful, but you want to say no mustard. I'm not a mustard fan, but you get a couple McDoubles. You get a large fry. You add mac sauce. It's an extra 65 cents. Don't ask me how I remember that.
Whoa.
You order a large drink.
Hell yeah.
Yo, it's been there.
So McDonald's is yours.
McDonald's, it's the greatest.
Yeah.
And how long have they been open?
Who knows?
Since when?
who knows?
McDonald's. There's a documentary on Netflix, but McDonald's is.
But that's not the one
Have
you
you
want to
watched-
watch.
have you watched it?
though.
Yeah, I watch it.
I've watched it too.
I've
Called-
never watched
It's called The Founder.
Even the founder isn't part of. He didn't even make it big. It was a person that came into it. Anyways, what was yours, Lem?
Cam, you can go.
Because, okay, but
Are you
that
gonna say a hot sauce? Taco Bell.
Oh, here we go again. No, but
1955. I'm sorry. I'm still going on in
1955.
Golden Arches. I think mine's going to win. 1955.
okay, so that was
Wow.
the one in my head, but I was trying to think now. But then again,
The
there's
best.
so many. No, but like if you think about it, like you said, if you only had $5, right?
Right.
Where are you? Like, let's be real. Where are you going?
Come on.
Where are you going?
So what are you saying?
Like,
I'm going
I'm
to Little
agreeing.
Caesars and getting a $5 pizza.
Right, but that's five
Okay.
some change though. I'm agreeing with that.
Okay, there's nothing wrong
I'm
with that.
all about Little Caesars.
But say Little Caesars is closed.
Yeah, just
You know, Caesar went
take
home.
control of the scenario.
Just imagine everything is closed except
Everything
for
at
McDonald's.
Where are you going?
I'm okay.
I'm going.
I'm agreeing with Seth.
It's
I'm trying to think
McDonald's,
of.
dog.
I'm having a debate in my
There
head
we go.
about
Between
what-
who?
like
Another
which
follower.
one, but
McDonald's or
another
who?
follower.
Sorry.
All right, easy lemongrass.
Hey, lemongrass all day.
Okay, no, but like I'm trying to argue it like in my head, like okay, which one's better now? Like from
Now?
back then, but like even back then, I mean, don't get me wrong, like it only had McDonald's, but hey, that was the spot right there.
It was there for you though.
No, but like, hey, yeah, cheap, made you know you get full off of
I'm
it.
telling you, dog.
Okay.
I mean,
the best.
honestly, I would just. There's no other fast food
They
restaurant
created the
in my
cheeseburger,
head right
and I'm
now
holding on to
that's
that.
beating
All right.
McDonald's.
You, Lem?
Golden Arches, dog. Best fast food.
Probably the hardest question of my life.
Really?
I really don't
It's
know.
a difficult one.
It's hard, right?
The
I'm down
best.
to a few of them.
Which ones?
I got Carl's Jr. up there.
Ooh,
Very tasty.
Is that the number 4?
Expensive.
that's the number 4.
The double Western
Oh,
the
the
bacon
double Western.
cheeseburger.
There we
is
go. Number 4.
undefeated.
But
Solid.
they came out with the spicy
agree.
double Western bacon cheeseburger.
See, I don't like that.
They did
Very tasty. Very tasty.
jalapenos.
Carl's
If you like hot
Jr.
sauce, you'll eat that.
But you like hot stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of jalapenos.
Oh, I like jalapenos.
like
Burger
them.
King is another one.
What?
Underrated one. I
Oh
guess.
my
Have you
gosh!
had their
Turn this
onion rings?
off.
Have you had their onion rings? Or
Yeah,
actually
their
no?
onion rings are bomb.
Smack.
Burger King?
Not wait, which one are you talking about? The one that's right
The
across
only
from
Burger King on
McDonald's.
this earth.
What?
Burger King?
They what?
Like the only Burger King that.
That exists?
No,
Oh,
I'm,
well, I've
I'm
only-
talking
okay,
about
oh,
what
Utah?
location are you talking?
Oh, I've only been to the one on.
because
Seventh.
I had the onion rings from the one over here.
By the mall?
Terrible. Like it was, yeah. I don't know.
I think you just went on a bad day. It was-
Probably, and it was like
Probably one of
super
the
late
cook's
at
bad
night.
days.
And my third one, before anyone here gets offended,
Hot redhead.
Easy.
I'm gonna say Taco Bell. Not because it's authentic Mexican food or whatever, but because it tastes freaking good.
It tastes good,
It has
dog.
hot
and it's hella
sauce.
cheap.
And they
the hot
have
sauce.
and they have like the most underrated breakfast items.
I
Taco
That's
Bell.
true.
Taco Bell. Everyone
true.
What is
chooses.
it,
I mean,
the-
obviously, I'm choosing McDonald's breakfast over anything. But
Taco
Taco Bell breakfast, the Crunch Wrap, they have like it's a quesadilla. Wow, I'm so sorry. They have a quesadilla looking like right.
Whose side are you on?
It's all of the makings of like
this
a
the Crunch
breakfast
Wrap?
burrito.
Yeah.
And they have the hash brown in it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I had one
Mom
today.
was there.
I've never had
So
that.
good,
I had it
so
today.
good,
I've never
dog.
had that.
And the sauce they have on it, pristine.
Hot sauce?
It's a little spicy touch to it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very
I buy like
tasty.
I think it
5
has to
items
be.
from their dollar menu, and I'm like full for like a very, very long time.
A very, very long time.
The
Wow.
whole day.
3 days.
I won't say that.
3 days.
He said a very, very long time. Not the whole day. A very,
But
very
I had
2
it
hours.
this morning,
Oh,
Yeah.
and I didn't get hungry again until when I got Subway for dinner, like at 6 or 7.
Wowzers.
Subway's good.
True.
So those are my probably. I mean, McDonald's is up there too, but I didn't want to take yours. So.
But what was your number one though?
That's okay. Hey, us three can be totally against this guy.
Number 1, probably
Again?
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Carl. I'd probably say Carl's Jr.
Thank you. There we go. Carl's Jr.
Yo, you were on
JCW.
college. You were JCW.
Okay.
Yeah,
easy
JCW
You can't
and 2
hijack his
McDonald's.
fast food.
McDonald's and a follower.
Yeah, so we win.
McDonald's and a follower.
That's fine.
You can't beat my
It's not
argument,
that-
though.
see, I don't
You
like-
can't beat my argument.
What's
That's
your
true.
argument?
They-
I'm
What?
not even arguing
Most
though, because
important-
I do
No, you
like
are.
McDonald's.
You are,
I
though.
do like McDonald's.
Okay,
but I don't think it's the best.
It is. It's
No, but
For
like
me
if you
right
think
now,
about, okay, right
because,
now.
Because who you got to remember, I go to McDonald's a lot,
Yeah, you do.
not for myself. So I'm
Oh.
tired of going there.
So this is a personal thing for you.
I'm tired of going to McDonald's.
you have something
You're
against
tired
the
of
monarchy.
seeing Ronald McDonald, huh?
But like, even if you're traveling somewhere, like McDonald's is at every
Everywhere.
exit, dog.
Yeah, yeah.
They're everywhere.
And I love McDonald's breakfast.
McDonald's breakfast is bomb.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
Hey,
I don't even know if
McDonald's
JCW's sells breakfast.
I don't
know
think
if
they do, honestly.
I've only been there like
They don't.
4 times.
Yeah, I don't think they do. I don't
The
even
trash.
think. Yeah, they don't like the
He said,
jeans either.
yeah. They don't like. They try to copy
McDonald's
Chick-fil-A.
does though. There's a McDonald's in Fiji.
They have their number one customer lives.
Yeah.
There's a McDonald's in Fiji. There's no
Whoa.
JCW.
Not yet.
Is there a Taco Bell?
Not yet. Are you gonna
There's
open
not
up
a
the
Taco Bell.
There's no Taco Bell.
There's no Taco Bell.
Is there a Burger King?
There is a Burger King.
There's a Curry Bell.
We need to cut this. So there you have it.
Curry Bell?
Drop it in the comments. Who has the best? What is the best fast food?
We want to
is it?
hear your argument.
We want to hear the argument behind your choice.
Back up your choices.
Hit us up on all social media platforms. Again, our Twitter is needing a lot of love. Please follow, like things, retweet them. You know, anything you want to do on there. Instagram, everything is _Garden Boys with a Z. All right. Hit us up. Anything else you guys have to say?
Good. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, I appreciate
like,
the
follow,
love.
to subscribe. That's yours. That's
Yep.
your.
Like, follow, subscribe, and just let us know anything we can improve on, what you guys want to hear us talk about.
show.
Yep.
Let us know.
Any topics you guys want to hear
Yeah.
too. Like, we just talk about the most random things that we want to talk about. If you guys have things that you guys want to hear our stupid selves talk about, drop it in the comments. Even if you don't know much about it, it's not going to stop us. We're going to talk. We're going to talk mess about it and
Yep.
whatever we want, really. So drop it in the comments. Yeah, anything we plug in? We plug in anybody? What's uppers?
Any plugs?
Any of them at all?
Why are you laughing, Cam?
Because Putty said it.
Because said what?
Anyways.
I'm gonna hit him with something from a little back. Totally missed all that. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, it was nothing.
I mean, it was supposed to be nothing, but thanks, Lem. Thanks for the spotlight.
Yeah.
No, I was just laughing. If you know, you know. If you don't, you know.
Can you turn it up? I can't hear it.
That means they can't hear it. When was the last time you heard this song?
Today, right now.
2008.
2008?
No, I have no idea.
I think that's when it came out.
Never heard this.
You've never heard this?
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Okay, I could be lying.
You're lying.
Yeah,
You're lying.
You chose Nelly over Luda. You better know this dang song.
Oh, look at it now.
Just had them both down, now she tight with them on.
Hey.
This throws me back to high school. My boy Chuck, Choco, he used to play the song
On repeat.
every 5 minutes.
For real?
Nah, dude, there was a time in high school, I can't remember, I think it was between our junior year and senior year, where one of my boys, Diallo, we stayed at his house literally for 2 weeks straight. Didn't come home. We just stayed at his house. Like, the only time we would come home was like grab a pair of clothes, dip right back. And like, before all the social media got big and stuff, like, we recorded the entire 2 weeks. I don't know where the hell those recordings are at.
Wow.
Just doing whatever we wanted, because I think we only had football for like 1 week of the 2 weeks. But that was like the first time, like, all of our boys were always at his house every single night for those 2 weeks. I don't think I remember seeing my parents. But this song was hot during that time. And we used to play this song all the time. But it reminds me of Chuck. It used to be his ringtone.
Dang.
I heard it the other day. I was like, damn, this is a good song. Rick Ross, Nelly. What's this dude's name? Avery Storm. What a name. Yeah. But yeah.
Hey,
Thank
appreciate
you.
the love.
Appreciate the love. Seriously, we've been getting a lot of support and a lot of love. We appreciate it. Keep it coming. If we need anything, change anything up, let us know. Any topics you want to hear, tell us. And we got it. We good?
Good.
Yeah.
Garden.
Yep.
Yeah.